And it came to pass that when the great light had descended to the plateau of Hored, there came forth out of the light 1,000,000 archangels, from the ark of Wan in the hosts of Argi, in the orbit of Fausang in Etheria, and they bore regalia and crowns from the Orion chief of Harmads. Foremost of the archangels was Etisei, and her brother Hagar, commissioners from the Etherian heaven. When they came near me, Etisei gave the sign of Jehovih's name, greeting, halting, and saying,
All hail. In Jehovih's name, and in the love of Harmads, Orion chief, we come to greet thee, first God of the lower heaven, belonging to the corporeal earth.
All hail, O emissaries of Harmads, chief of Orion worlds. Come, O Etisei, and thy brother and all this host. Come honor my throne in great Jehovih's name. The archangels then came forward, saluting, and Etisei said,
In thy name, O Jehovih, I found here a throne.
And she caused to rise the form and substance thereof, and she ascended thereon, and Hagar with her. And the other archangels formed a crescent in front of the throne, all of them bearing crowns or diadems, but they stood upright. And now the angels of the host of God took their places, that they might witness the testimony of Jehovih's commission. But the lights from the columns of fire, brilliant in all colors and shades and tints, baffled many of them from seeing plainly. When all things were in readiness, Etisei, standing erect and brilliant like a star, raised her right hand, saying,
Jehovih all-wise and powerful, in thy name, this thy son, God, I crown. From the Orion chief, Harmads, raised to the rank of God, and by thee, O Jehovih, ordained. Henceforth to be known forever in the emancipated heavens as thy son. Peace, wisdom, love, power.
And now with her left hand she raised high the crown, so that all might see and bear witness, and giving the sign again of Jehovih's name above the crown, wherefrom a flame of light shot forth brilliantly. Thereupon she placed the crown on God's head, saying,
Arise, O my son, thou son of Jehovah.
Instantly there arose from the millions of souls one universal shout, All hail, O son of Jehovih! And God rose up, having the crown on his head, and the people cheered him lustily, for he was well beloved. Etisei said,
Bring forth thy 5 chief lords, that I may crown them also.
God then caused the 5 chief lords, whom he had selected to sit at the foot of the throne.
O Jehovih, Almighty, from whom all glories emanate, in thy name, these thy sons, I crown lords of the earth and of the waters of the earth, from the Orion chief Harmads. By my commission do I raise them to the rank of lords for kingdoms of heaven. Peace, wisdom, love, power.
Then Etisei took the crowns, which were handed her by the other archangels, and placed them on the heads of the lords, saying,
Arise, O my lords, and be ye lords of Jehovah for his glory. And be ye the lords of God, having dominion over the earth and the waters of the earth. In love, wisdom, and power. Amen.
The lords rose up, having on their heads the crowns of lords, and again the multitude saluted with great cheering. When the applause ceased, Etisei said,
My God and my lords, give now the sign of Jehovah's name, that his glory may be fulfilled.
And God and the lords saluted Jehovih before the hosts of heaven. And they stood apart a little distance, and Etisei said,
Behold, the all-light, Jehovih, encompasseth me. My voice shall be his voice. By the glory of faith in him am I one with the Father.
And a fleece of golden hue descended from above and encompassed Etisei around about, and she was like a central star with rays of light emanating. She was entranced by Jehovih. Through her the Creator spake, saying,
My son, even God, I brought thee forth out of Corpor, quickened into life everlasting. By faith I inspired thee to do whatsoever thou hast done. Faith gave I unto thee, as the tree whereon all perfection is the fruit. By that faith within man, that nurtureth the I Am within himself unto perfection. becometh he my son, doing by virtue of my presence. According to thy wisdom and love have I given thee strength, and by thy strength raised thee up. Behold, this day have I given thee a kingdom in atmospherea, and made thee God before all the kingdoms of heaven. This place shall be thy place, and mine also. Here shalt thou dispense wisdom and laws, and appoint officers in my name, and by virtue of my power. And thy kingdom shall be like two kingdoms, one here with the hosts of heaven, and one on the earth, even over these thy lords. For thou art the judgment seat and creator of order over the whole earth, and in the heaven belonging to the earth. Stretch forth thy hand, my son, and clothe thyself in the golden fleece.
God made the sign and then raised his hands upward, saying, Jehovih, Jehovih, by thy command I call upon thee to array me in thy golden fleece. Behold, I am thy son. And the archangels tossed up the raiment and regalia they had brought from their Etherean ark in Agi, and by the faith that was in God, the substance flew to him and encompassed him around in raiment of the upper heaven. Then Jehovih spake to the Lord, saying,
As God hath built a kingdom in Hored, and reigneth over this heaven, and over ye and your helpmates, so shall ye build kingdoms on the earth, and ye shall rule over mortals in my name, teaching them of me and my everlasting kingdoms in the firmament above. In testimony of my voice receive ye this raiment of silver and gold from my archangels.
The archangels then draped the lords in shining raiment. And Atishai came down from the throne, still entranced, saying,
Though my daughter Atishai will rise up in the flame of fire, yet will I, even Jehovih, abide with thee, O God, and with ye my lords, now and forever.
And then Atishai took God's hand and led him to the center of the throne, saying,
Sit thou on this throne, for it is thy father's kingdom in the lower heaven of the earth.
When God sat down, the entrancement departed from Atishai, and the light of Jehovih went and settled upon God and the lords. But Atishai sat down at the foot of the throne, and thereupon all the archangels sat down also. God said, Behold, she that is greatest maketh herself least of all. Arise, O daughter of Jehovih, and enjoy my kingdom, for it is Jehovah's also. And God came down from the judgment seat, and took Atishai's hand, and she rose up, whereupon God proclaimed the freedom of the hour. Thus was established the first throne of God in these heavens. And now all of the hosts mingled together, angels and archangels, joyfully,